Welcome, everybody, to Nitro High School. Brian Shepard here with you, with our executive producer, Robbie Mounts, as you're watching the 2020 West Virginia Fall Classic U18 Championship. It is the West Virginia Wild up to bat, facing the Charleston Crush. Chapman is aboard second right now, Sweeney at first, and Madison is at bat, hits it to the second baseman. Second baseman will tag out Sweeney. Throw on to Madison is in time. So that'll be scored a 4-3 double play. Chapman will move over to third. And that will bring up the third baseman, Ryan Elkins. Pitch comes, catches the outside corner for called strike one. Pitcher gets the signs, delivers, just upstairs, ball one. Eli Brogan is on the mound for the Charleston Crush. His battery mate is Reese Ambergy. Ambergy delivers the signs. Here's the pitch. Way high. Ball two. So Chapman, Hunter Chapman, is standing on third base. He reached on an error by the pitchers. Got it straight up the middle. Couldn't be handled. Next pitch gets away from Ambergy. And Chapman will score the first run of the game on a wild pitch. 1-0 the score. Top of the first inning. Couple of upsets in the tournament. The designated home team is a Charleston Crush, and they ended up being the 5 seed. Next pitch catches inside and will load up the count. 3 balls and 2 strikes. On the next pitch, and first baseman Hamrick steps on the bag and records the final out. So 1 run on 1 hit, 1 error, nobody left on base. Charleston Crush coming to bat. You're watching the West Virginia Fall Classic U18 Championship game right here on Video Productions, presented by Carter Tournaments. Welcome back, everybody, to Nitro High School. Charleston Crush coming to bat, bottom of the first inning. First batter will be the pitcher, number 6, Eli Brogan. And he takes a pitch from Corey Sweeney, a little bit outside for ball one. Next pitch swung on, fouled off over the first base dugout. Evens the count up 1-1. West Virginia Wild, based out of Cabell County, has several players from Cabell Midland, Huntington, and a whole bunch of other schools. Next pitch coming just upstairs for ball three. 3 balls and a strike on pitcher Eli Brogan. And Brogan takes a base. First batter, first free pass. And that'll bring up the shortstop, Peyton Stover. Batting in the 3-hole on deck will be the second baseman, Ryan Cozart. Fourth batter will be the first baseman, Isaac Hamrick. Noah Boggs will bat 5th and play position number 5, third base. Drew McLeod in right field bats 6th. Catcher Reese Ambergy bats 7th. Eli Stovers, is playing left field. Cam Reed is the 9th hole hitter. He's in center field. 2-0 pitch coming, and that's on the outside corner for called strike one. And then the Charleston Crush is going to have 3 extra hitters at the end of the lineup. Stover hits it straight back to the pitcher. Sweeney will throw on to Jordan to cut down Brogan running from first base. Stover will be aboard on the fielder's choice. 1 away, bottom of the first inning. That'll bring up the second baseman, Ryan Cozart. First pitch is upstairs for ball 1. Bob Wyford calling balls and strikes behind the plate. Good personal friend of mine. He and I officiate basketball together. He's also the state clinician for high school baseball in West Virginia. Charlie McClure out on the bases for today's championship game. Next pitch is fouled off into the screen right in front of the West Virginia Wild fans. That'll even the count up at 1-1. So the 3 extra hitters for the Charleston Crush are going to be Austin Atkins will bat 10th. Tyler Smith will bat 11th. Nick Holtzhoppel will bat 12th. Next pitch is a called strike, and Stover took off, and he will steal second base. Sweeney looks on at Stover, delivers. It's low and outside, ball 2. 2-2 is the count right now to Cozart. Sweeney delivers. Cozart hits this one into center field. And Chapman will get under that one and get Cozart out. 2 away, bottom of the first inning. And Isaac Hamrick will come up to bat. Sweeney takes a look back at Stover, but there was nobody covering second base. Sweeney gets the signs from Kinney. Pitch is low. First lefty in the lineup. Curveball misses outside. And that will advance the count to 2-0. Hamrick spoils this one off the third base line. Counts now 2 balls and a strike. The two coaches for the West Virginia Wild, Jason Curry and Andrew Fraley, both played baseball at Cabell Midland High School. Hamrick fouls the next one off, evens the count up at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Hamrick swings at this one, gets it to the shortstop. Shortstop is not going to get Hamrick out at first base. Hamrick will be aboard on the infield hit. Stover will move over to third. Noah Boggs comes to bat. First pitch is on the outside corner for a called strike. Stover's 90 feet away, standing on third base from tying this game up. Sweeney's next delivery is outside, a ball and a strike. Nice day here at Brandon Matthew Sneed Field on the campus of Nitro High School. Curveball is swung on. Fouled off the first base line, makes it a ball and a strike. One, two, the count to Noah Boggs. Sweeney's next delivery swung on, and he gets him swinging. That'll retire the side. Charleston Crush. No runs, a hit, no errors, 2 runners left. Into 1. Wild up 1-0. We'll be right back. You're watching the West Virginia Fall Classic U18 Championship on Video Productions, presented by Carter Tournaments. Welcome back, everybody, to Nitro High School. Top of the second inning, West Virginia Wild coming to bat. Due up for the Wild will be Austin Hawley, Caleb Fraley, Noah Jordan, the 5, 6, 7 hole hitters. First batter for the Wild this inning will be the left fielder, Austin Hawley. First offering from Brogan is fouled off behind home plate. Brogan gets the signs, delivers, and Holly will hit this one on the right side of the infield, and he'll be aboard on the base hit. Second hit of the game for the West Virginia Wild will bring up Caleb Fraley. He is the first baseman. Brogan looks over at Holly, delivers home, gets one at the knees for a called strike 1. Holly gets a decent-sized lead. Fraley swings, fouls this one off, and falls behind in the count. No balls and 2 strikes. So the designated home team for this game is the Charleston Crush, and they are the 5 seed. They knocked off the number 1 seed Huskies 7-4 last night. And then the 6th seed is the West Virginia Wild. And they knocked off Bridgeport, who was the number 7 seed. So that whole side of the bracket had a couple of upsets. Wild knocked off the Diamond, who were the 3 seed, and then Bridgeport beat Hurricane, who was the 2 seed. Next pitch swung on and missed. Fraley goes down swinging. There's one away here in the top of the 2nd inning. Noah Jordan will come to the plate now. He is playing shortstop today for his first battle with Eli Brogan. Holly at first base. It's a decent lead. Delivery from Brogan comes outside for a ball. Brogan checks the runner. Next offering is low. Two 2-0 the count to Noah Jordan. Brogan delivers right down the heart of the plate for strike 1. Our producer is Robbie Mounts, and he's a little bit of a softball player himself. Next pitch is outside for ball 3. Oh, you have those cleats? Nice. All right, Brogan trying not to lose Jordan, and he will as the pitch goes outside. And now there's runners in scoring position for Spencer Kinney. One away. Top of inning number 2. Spencer Kinney is the catcher for today's game. And the first offering from Brogan is high and tight. Holly standing on second, Jordan on first. And Brogan misses low and outside. He went from one extreme to the other. First pitch was high and tight. Next pitch low and away. I guess if you put those two pitches together, you get two right down the Broadway. Kenny spoils the next pitch, straight back behind the press box. Count is 2 balls and a strike. Brogan looks, delivers, it's outside. And he is in danger of losing another batter. Brogan's next delivery catches the outside corner, and that'll load the count up at 3 balls and 2 strikes. First payoff pitch of the game for Eli Brogan. Comes and misses low. Bases are now loaded for Kevin Curry. He's the right fielder. And we're going to have a courtesy runner for Kenny. That's going to be Josh Banzon. First offering from Brogan. Swing. Just catches it foul. .36 pitches right now for Eli Brogan. 15 balls, 21 strikes. He's lost 2 batters and a wild pitch. Swung on. Brogan comes home, cuts down Holly. Ambergy throws to Hamrick trying to get Curry, and it's not in time, so Curry will be aboard on a fielder's choice. 2 away now, and that'll bring up Corey Miller playing second base. First offering, good stop by Ambergy. That one was almost outside the left-handed batter's box. Miller spoils this pitch, foul down the third baseline. Evens it up at 1-1. Noah Jordan standing on third base. Josh Banzon is at second. Kevin Curry standing on first. Miller awaits the next pitch, and it is at the knees on the outside corner for strike 2. Brogan delivers. Miller swings and misses. And that will end the West Virginia Wild's threat. No runs, a hit, no errors, and 3 runners left on base. Come on back for the bottom of the second. You're watching the West Virginia Fall Classic U18 Championship right here on Video Productions, presented by Carter Tournaments. Drew McLeod, Reese Ambergy, and Eli Stovers due up in the bottom of the second inning for the for the Charleston Crush. And they will face off against the pitcher, Corey Sweeney. Drew McLeod up to bat, swings at the first pitch, fouls it down to his third base coach. And the count will go to no balls and a strike. Brian Shepard here with you. Robbie Mounts, our executive producer for today's game. Sitting high atop beautiful Brandon Matthew Sneed Field on the campus of Nitro High School. Next pitch catches the outside corner about thigh high, strike 2. Next offering from Sweeney just misses. Ball, 2 strikes. And the next pitch is high. Evens it up at 2-2. Charleston Crush left 2 runners on last inning. McLeod ducks out of the way to not get beaned. And that'll fill it up. 3 balls and 2 strikes. Payoff pitch on the way, swung on, fouled off just outside the Wild dugout. And second payoff pitch will come to McLeod. And this one is fouled off. Eighth pitch of the at-bat. McLeod swings and misses at a ball in the dirt outside. And Sweeney will record his second strikeout of the ball game. Reese Ambergy, who is calling pitches for the Crush, will step in and take his shot. Corey Sweeney delivers. Nice curveball, outside corner. Sweeney's next offering is just a little bit high. That'll even her up 1-1. I guess Ambergy's not much of a golfer. He didn't take an offering at the one in the dirt. 2 balls and a strike now. Sweeney looks on. Next pitch above the head. Ball 3. Three-one pitch coming from Sweeney. And that one's above the head. And he loses Ambergy. Second walk of the ball game. He walked Brogan back in the first inning, and now he walks Ambergy here in the second. Eli Stovers will step in now. I believe we're going to have a courtesy runner. And that is going to be Drew McLeod. McLeod, the courtesy runner, since he was the last batter put out. So Eli Stovers will step in, face off, swing and a miss, fastball, strike 1. McLeod gets a decent lead as Stovers looks at one a bit upstairs. 1-1 pitch. And that one's outside, ball 2. 2-1 to count, 1 away here in the bottom of the second inning. West Virginia Wild leading 1-0. Stowers spoils this one, back to his third base coach, who barehands it and throws it back to the pitcher. Stovers looks on. Sweeney fires a curveball. Stovers pops this one a mile in the air. That's Kenny. Couldn't find it. He lost it. Sweeney picks it up, and he can't quite get McLeod. Score that an error on Kenny for dropping the fly ball. Runners on first and second, 1 away. First offering from Sweeney is outside. First error of the ball game for the West Virginia Wild. Next pitch, line shot into right field. And McLeod is going to be held up at third base. So the bases are now juiced for the first extra hitter in the Charleston Crush lineup. And that'll be Austin Adkins. And Coach Jason Curry wants to discuss a few things with Sweeney. So looking at the tournament bracket, the Crush has done nothing but upset teams in this entire tournament. They beat the Sting 18-2, the Sting being the 4 seed. And then knocked off the Huskies 7-4. The Wild pretty much did the same thing. They beat the Diamond, who was the 3 seed, in 9 innings, 9-8. And then beat Bridgeport. Although that wasn't really an upset since it was that was 6 versus 7, Wild being 6. They beat them 4-3. So the next batter is Austin Adkins, who looks at one on the outside corner for strike one. Drew McLeod standing on third. Eli Stovers on second. Cam Reed on first. Next pitch is outside, ball one. Adkins fouls one off into the Crush dugout. That'll advance the count to a ball and 2 strikes. Charleston Crush are batting 2 for 4 today with runners in scoring position. Adkins stays alive. And Sweeney cuts down Adkins. Tyler Smith will come up to bat. He's the second extra hitter. He comes on with 2 outs. First offering from Sweeney is called a strike. Looked like it caught the outside corner. Sweeney's next offering is a little bit high. Tyler Smith hoping not to leave the bases juice. And he lifts one into center field. And that will be caught by Hunter Chapman. And that will retire the side. No runs, a hit, an error, and the Charleston Crush leave them loaded. 2 down. 5 to go. West Virginia Wild leading 1-0. You're watching the West Virginia Fall Classic Championship right here on Video Productions, presented by Carter Tournaments. Welcome back here to Nitro High School. Tyler Smith is moving to left field for the Charleston Crush, and get a load of the mullet on this kid. That is one of the best mullets I have seen in a long time. I probably haven't seen a better one since I saw Full House with John Stamos. Absolutely. He had one of the best mullets in TV. But I tell you what, Tyler Smith could certainly give him a run for his money. So the leadoff hitter, Hunter Chapman, who just made that excellent catch in center field, will stand in. He is 0 for 1 today. Reached on an error by the pitcher back in the first inning. He looks at a first pitch ball. Second pitch, swing and a miss. Ball was upstairs. Advances the count to 1-1. John Stamos. I remember Full House very fondly. Chapman lifts this one straight to Isaac Hamrick standing at first base, and there's one away. And that will bring up Corey Sweeney, the pitcher. His first at bat. He's 1 for 1. He singled to center field in the first inning. He looks on at his opposing counterpart, who fires one inside. Ball 1. Brogan's second offering Again, goes from one extreme to the other. First was inside, now it's way outside. 2-0 now. Top of the third inning. West Virginia Wild up 1-0. Swing and a miss. Hayden Madison, who's the extra hitter for the Wild, stands in the on-deck circle and watches his teammate, Corey Sweeney, take a ball 3 pitch outside. 3-1 pitch, swing and a miss. Sweeney helped out Brogan there. The ball was inside, probably ball 4. 3-2 pitch. And he gets punched out on a ball at the knees. And Sweeney is not too thrilled about that call. 2 down now for Hayden Madison. You know, I've never seen Bob punch out a batter before. So Madison swings on the first one, puts this one in the gap in right center field, and he'll be aboard with his first hit of the ball game. Ryan Elkins is the third baseman. He'll stand in with 2 outs. And Madison standing on first. First offering from Brogan is a called strike. Brogan looks at Madison, delivers. That one's at the knees for called strike 2. Oh, 2 the count to Ryan Elkins. Nice stop by catcher Ambergy. One, 2 the count to Elkins. Here's a pitch, swing, just stays alive. Bottom of the back, caught just barely caught the top of the ball. Brogan checks Madison. Offers, gets away. Madison takes off. So Madison will take second on the wild pitch. And Elkins will stand in and await the 2-2 pitch. Outside corner, called strike 3. Elkins goes down. No runs, a hit, no errors, 1 runner left for the West Virginia Wild. Half of the third. We'll be right back. You're watching the West Virginia Fall Classic U18 Championship right here on Video Productions, presented by Carter Tournaments. West Virginia Wild have 1 run on 3 hits, an error, and they've stranded 4 today through 3 innings. Charleston Crush have no runs on 2 hits, 1 error, and they have stranded 5 through 2. Charleston Crush doing slightly better in the hitting with runners scoring position stat. They're 2 for 6. The West Virginia Wild are 0 for 4. Nick Holzoffel will stand in, and he looks at a first pitch ball. And the next pitch is a little bit tight for ball 2. Corey Sweeney on the mound for the West Virginia Wild, and he delivers a pitch downstairs, advances it to 3-0. And this one is right dead red down Broadway. Almost have to. With a 3-0 count, Holzoffel was looking all the way, and now he's trotting to first. So we're going to flip the order, and Eli Brogan will come back to the plate. He walked in the first inning. One of 3 walks. And he looks at a first pitch strike. That was pitch 57 from Sweeney. Sweeney doing just a little bit better than 50% on his pitches.